Whether you're Mr. Beast or just starting out to create content, we are always on the search for the best non copyrighted music and trying to avoid those dreadful copyright strikes. So, in this video, I'm going to be showing you a free website for non copyrighted music for creators. Let's get straight into this amazing resource. The name of the site is called ncs.io. NCS stands for No Copyright Sounds, and it is a catalog with over 1,500 songs across various moods and genres and generating over 500 billion plays globally. So let's learn how to navigate the site. So once there on the website, you'll notice a little box pops up. It says this website uses cookies. All you have to do is click accept all. Then you will notice it says NCS, copyright free music for creators. We work with artists representing all genres of electronic music, generating over 500 billion plays globally. Whether you are Mr. Beast or just starting to create content, our music will always be free to use, allowing you to monetize without fear of copyright strikes. And then it has usage policy. So we're going to click into here and see what their usage policy is, because that's very important to know before using any of their music. So once we have clicked into there, you will notice it says FAQ/usage policy, type of content or types of content, excuse me. I received a claim/strike, commercial license form, privacy policy, and terms and conditions. So it's very important to go through each one of these. Even if you don't go through them currently through the video while watching the video, that's fine. But I would highly recommend on your own time going through each one of these thoroughly, going over the terms and conditions and usage policy outlined on their website, because you want to make sure that you are following their terms and conditions and usage policy. You don't want to run into any issues or have any problems while using the NCS music or songs. So under FAQs and usage policy, you will notice here is obviously all of the frequently asked questions that have previously been asked by other people. So if there's a question on here that you may have about NCS, it most likely 9 out of 10 times has already been asked before. So definitely check in here and see if one of the questions you have is in here, which more than likely it is. So the first one, for example, says, can I use NCS music in my videos on YouTube or Twitch? Kind of a no-brainer. Of course you can. And as long as you credit the artist or song used in the description of the video of your video or live stream. And then we're of course going to get into how to do that further on in the video. Question 2, can I monetize my videos if I've used NCS music? Yes, but you have to make sure that you follow the guidelines in the NCS usage policy, which we're going over right now. So that's very important to note. How do I credit the song I use properly? Well, we're going to get into that further along in the video. So I'm not going to go through each and every one of these just for the sake of the video not being longer than it already is, but I would advise going through it on your own time. 2, I will touch on a little bit more only because it is important, and that is types of content. This section is talking about the types of content you can create using NCS music and the types of content you cannot create. So that's very important. You're going to want to pay a special attention to this part of the video. So it says you can use NCS music in most video types like reviews, unboxing, pranks, comedy, fails, beauty, fashion, fitness, lifestyle, gaming, sports, pop culture, DIY, design compilations, and more. And then it says we currently do not allow content which is a music upload. And then it says in parentheses defining what that is: music visualizer, music player, lyric video. So music channels, I'm sorry, you cannot use NCS in your content. And does not fall into the above categories, meaning the categories we talked about previously that you can use their music in. If it's not any one of those categories, you cannot use it. Especially if you're trying to do a music channel, it's not going to work. It's not within their usage policy. So meaning you should only use our music in the above types of content, not simple re-uploads of music. So that's very important to note. All right, next up we have usage restrictions. This is also important. We have the right to object to the use of our music on any content that we deem unacceptable to be associated with. This includes, but is not limited to, hate speech, illegal content, sexually themed content, and training AI music models or other generative AI content. So you guys need to be aware of all of their usage restrictions. These are ways that you cannot use it, that is restricted to use their music under these circumstances. And most of this is no brainer. However, for those who have heavily AI music models or generative AI content, you do want to be aware that this also will not be a good site for you to use. All right, so next we have I received a claim slash strike. This is referring to a copyright claim or copyright strike. Of course, the thing we all want to avoid, right? Well, this is talking about in the event of using NCS music and also being sure to remember to credit the artist or song, but yet still receiving a copyright claim or strike. This is in the event of still receiving one of those. So what do we do? This is the answer to that question. I received a claim slash strike. What do I do? Although our music is claim free, sometimes claims can occur on videos due to mismatches from other companies or individuals fraudulently claiming our content. If this happens, please let us know by filling in the form below and we can investigate and resolve it. However, as we frequently receive claims that aren't in fact true claims, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the information below to verify whether or not you need to submit a request. The following chart shows you when you need to submit a claim and when you don't. So you want to make sure you're actually filing an accurate claim or strike that was given to you but shouldn't have been given to you. So if you actually got a claim or strike but you actually uh, basically earned it because you did not follow their usage policy or forgot to credit the artist or song, then in that instance, they cannot help you because you didn't follow the directions and you kind of already dug your own grave. However, if you did follow the instructions outlined within their usage policy and their terms and conditions, and you still received one, then that's when you go ahead and fill out the form below and follow their instructions as to how to go about resolving this issue. So as you scroll down, you will see it says do not submit if you receive a claim from Featherstone Music or AEI Group. And then it says do submit. Your YouTube video is showing a red circle with a line through it, basically a cancel sign, or a claiming party with a title and timestamp, or anything other than the above points. So that's how they're going to be able to differentiate between whether you have authorized a true claim or a false claim. So be on the lookout for those differing factors so you know what to do in the event of receiving a copyright claim or copyright strike on one of your videos. Now, if you scroll down, you'll notice it says crucial information. Number one, please ensure that you are submitting this form if your video only uses NCS music. This includes any addition music used as an intro or outro or at any other point in the video. So they can only help you, obviously, if you use their music. If you've used someone else's music or from another platform and you get a copyright claim or copyright strike, obviously they can't really do anything for you. That's kind of a no-brainer. So moving on, number two, we are only able to resolve claims where you've only used NCS music. Please ensure that you are using music from our official verified pages, such as our website, YouTube, SoundCloud, or Spotify, etc. And then lastly, number three, if you do use music from other labels and pages, you are responsible for any action taken on your account. This also applies to any music from NCS artists that have not released that specific song on NCS. So there might be some NCS artists that have not officially released their song on the NCS platform or website. So if that is something you run into, you're probably not going to want to use that song until it's been released on their official website, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, etc. So you want to be really careful and you want to understand this very crucial information so that you don't run into any issues with copyright claims or copyright strikes, and you are able to get help if in the event you do run into any of these situations. So if you've read the above and still believe you will have an incorrect or false claim, and then it says, please submit a request here. That's when you're going to be able to submit a request to them asking for help to get rid of the copyright claim or strike if it was falsely made. So next we have commercial license form. So once we click into there, basically it says NCS license request form. This form is to request a license for uses that fall outside of UGC free use policy, which you can read here, and then you click on the link and it'll have more information, and you can also click start to go from there. And for those who don't already know, UGC stands for user generated content. So it's basically content, original content that is created by individuals that is usually posted on social media or other channels, kind of like YouTube. A lot of UGC content will be testimonials, reviews, sometimes even blog posts and things like that of such nature. So if you are requesting a license for anything that's outside of that type of content, that is within their free use policy, then that is when you're going to want to request this particular license request form. All right, so next I have their privacy policy. So I'm not going to read through all of this, but I would highly advise you going through all of this, reading through it yourself on your own time. But for the sake of the video not being extremely long, I'm not going to read through all of this, but I would advise going through this. All right, so I just clicked into their terms and conditions. So these are all of their terms and conditions you need to follow whenever using their music and understand before using their music. So I'm not going to read through all of this, but definitely I would go through each one of these and fully read through them and make sure you fully understand what is required of you as somebody who plans on using NCS music. All right, I'm going to move on now because I want to finally get into the fun part of actually downloading music and finding music and so forth. So now that we're back to the homepage, you'll notice that right on the homepage, they always have a featured release. So they're going to have a featured song for you to play, to listen to. So currently the featured release is Hollow by Unlike Pluto, and it gives you the option to either play it or to download it. All right, so moving right along, you will notice that as we scroll down, it says popular releases. So these are all the popular releases on NCS right now that are non-copyrighted and free to use on your content and videos, as long as you obviously remember to credit the artist. You might see some songs here that you're familiar with, like Cradles by Suburban, On, featuring Daniel Levy. As you scroll down, you'll notice it also says recent releases. So these are all the releases or songs that have recently been released on NCS. As I said at the beginning of the video, NCS has a catalog of over 1,500 songs, so it's a very large catalog. So as you see here on the bottom, you're able to toggle between the arrows as well as these numbers, and it goes from 1 to 79 and up. So it's quite a bit of songs to go through, but there's also an easier way versus just going toggle between these arrows and numbers, and I'm about to show you that in a minute. So if you notice in the top left hand corner, you're able to search by track name and also by artist name. So as you go up top, you're going to notice where it says search genres. You're able to either search genres by typing in a genre that you were searching for, or you can obviously select from the genres that are already here from the categories. And as you can see, they have tons of different genres to choose from. Brazilian funk, and that's PHONK. They have breakbeat, which I've also never heard of, chill pop, dance pop, deep house, disco house. That sounds really cool. Drum and bass, drum step, dubstep, EDM, electronic pop, electronic rock, future bass, future house, future trap, garage, glitch hop, hardstyle, house, indie dance, Jersey club, jump up, liquid, DNB, no idea. Lo-fi hip hop, which is actually one of my favorites because it's really great for videos like this that you're watching right now. It's great for background music because it's very low-key and not too distracting. Next we have melodic dubstep, melodic house, mid-tempo bass, neurofunk, and that's Funk. Then there is funk with Phonk. And then there's pop, and then there's tech house, techno, trap, UKG. So those are all the different genres you can choose from. So you're also able to search by moods. Say, for instance, you're looking for a particular type of mood for the video that you've created. So you're looking for a song to fit that particular mood, and you're not exactly sure which genre or what type of song you want, but you know the feel you're looking for. You can search by moods. And when you go to search moods, these are some of the different moods that they have to choose from: fear, floating, funny, glamorous, gloomy, happy, heavy, hopeful, laid back, mysterious, peaceful, quirky, relaxing, restless, romantic, sad, scary, sentimental, sexy, suspense, and weird. So these are all the different types of moods you can choose from. If you're looking for a song to fit a particular mood or the feel of your video or whatever content you've created. So as we go to the far right, you'll also notice it says regular and instrumental. So you can choose between whether you want regular music or if you want instrumental. Regular meaning obviously with vocals, and then instrumental with obviously just instruments and no vocal. What I really like about this site is you can choose from either one, and when you toggle between the two, whichever one you select, it will show you either the regular or the instrumental, and you have the option of downloading one or the other, or even both if you like. So I really like that option, and I think it's really nice to be able to have both options for the vocal and also the instrumental, because sometimes we just really need some good instrumental in the background when we're doing videos such as this for tutorials, and we have like a lot of voiceovers. We don't want the music to be too distracting. So let's say, for instance, we chose instrumental and we want to download only the instrumental of a song and not the regular vocals. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to download just this first song called Be the One, and it's a remix. And it's going to give me the option, a window will open up and it'll give me the option to either download the regular version or the instrumental. So it's as easy as that, super simple. And I love that this option's even made available on this website. So it's really great. And always remember to credit the artist. Next, back on the homepage, you'll notice that it has like these bullet points and then it has these 4 squares next to it. So basically you're able to toggle between these two to change like the orientation of how the website looks like. Basically, these songs will either look bigger like they are. So basically when we put it into the bullet orientation, that's what I'm calling it. Basically, the album covers look smaller, and you'll notice you'll see a lot more text on the screen compared to before, where the album covers were bigger and there was less text. You'll also notice that under genre and moods, there is different color coded tags under there. Like it says drum, for instance, the top one says drum and bass, chasing, dark, eccentric, heavy, mysterious, restless, suspense, weird. So you can also click into any one of these and find songs that will fit that specific genre or mood. And that's another way to find songs rather quickly in specific genres or moods. So moving on, if we scroll back up, that was the bullet point orientation. But if we select the 4 squares and then scroll back down, you'll notice that the album covers are much larger in appearance. Still able to play the track as usual and download it easily. When you click into it, you just have to click into it in order to download it. Whereas the other orientation, you could download it without having to click into it. And also, when we are in this orientation where the album covers are larger, also that removed the tags that were in the other orientation. So you can toggle between whichever one you like based upon how you are wanting to choose to select or find your desired track or artist. All right, so next I want to show you guys how you're able to actually easily download music. So let's say we want to download the song Cradles by Suburban. So I'm going to click into there. You're also able to download the track. You can download the track with vocals, or you can download the instrumental version. It also has outlined how you can use this song in your video, going back to the usage policy. If you haven't already read that, definitely go back and read that first. And then it also has credit that you need to put in the description of your video so that you don't get a copyright strike or claim. And it has, you're able to copy and paste that very easily. And then if you go to the far right, you're gonna see you're able to play a preview of it for about 30 seconds, and it will show you everywhere where you're able to stream or play or listen to this song. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and more. All right, so moving on the top left-hand corner, this little column here in black under NCS, you'll notice it'll say login. So here you're able to log in if you already have an account with them. Great, then go ahead and log in. If you don't, then this is your time to go ahead and create an account with them, which is super straightforward. Then from there, underneath login, you will notice it says music library, and that's pretty much what I've just shown you, basically how to go through the music library, which is pretty simple as well. And then underneath that is artists, where you're able to search by artist name to search various artists. You can use the search bar and actually type in artist name, and if you go to the drop down menu, you'll notice under latest artists, you're able to search either latest artists to see who's the latest. You can also go in alphabetical order from A, you can search from A to Z, or you can search from Z to A. However you like to search, it will alphabetize them for you. And then you can even search all release years, and you can search by the year the track was released by that particular artist. And then underneath that is their usage policy, which we already went over in the beginning part of the video, so I'm not going to reiterate that. If you haven't already read through it, then definitely go back and read it. And then underneath the usage policy is their about, which is good to look at that because you want to know about the company. So real briefly, I will skim through this rather quickly because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do think their story is pretty interesting to note. So they are a UK-based record label and music community specializing in electronic music. So you will notice there's a ton of electronic music on NCS, which I absolutely love because I love electronic music and EDM music. So I totally vibe with it. But anyway, it says they're dedicated to providing opportunity for the next generation of artists and creators through a free to use license model. Hence why this site is just so amazing because it's great for both artists who are trying to get the music out there, and it's also great for us creatives who are trying to create content and need free music where we're able to get a license for it and not have to worry about these dreadful copyright strikes and copyright claims. So it's a win-win situation for all of us, honestly. They started out as a YouTube channel born out of the frustration of not being able to find high quality, true copyright free music for use on the platform. So they were able to find tracks that they loved, which evolved into a music label. So they started out as a YouTube channel and then turned into a music label, which I think is incredible. It says with an extensive catalog of electronic music available for creators to use in their content. The NCS Music channel is now one of the largest in the world and forms a part of our digital community that enables us to showcase new artists. It says NCS has grown to become the largest copyright free record label in the world. That is astounding. With a catalog of over 1,500 songs, as we talked about earlier, across various moods and genres, generating over 500 billion plays globally. And it says that Forbes described them as a YouTube first label that allows indie creators to use and even monetize its music freely as long as they give due credit back to the content owners. So this is really incredible. It says that they release a wide range of music representing genres from house to dubstep, via trap, drum and bass, etc. I'm not gonna go through all of the different genres. But so this is their amazing story. I'm not gonna read the rest, but this is like a little bit about them and their background, which I think they have such a unique, incredible story. And you just never want to you never want to underestimate the power of YouTube and just putting yourself out there and creating a resource for others. It will always come back to you tenfold, and this here is literal proof. So, all right, so next is their contact me section. It says contact, and when you click into there, it is It is divided into 4 different categories. One is for false or incorrect claims, so you can contact them about that to report an incorrect claim. Also, you are able to contact them as regards to demo submissions, whether you would like to submit your personal music to NCS on label radar if you are a musician or some type of artist. Another category for a commercial license, you're able to contact them for a commercial license, requesting license for commercial use of NCS music, because it is mainly for personal use, but if you would like one for commercial use, you do have to request one. So you have to contact them for that. And then the last one is general inquiries. If your question isn't already answered on their FAQs page, you can get in touch with them directly and go that route. And next after that is pretty much all their different socials. They're on Instagram. They also have a YouTube channel as well as a Spotify playlist. And I will link all of their social media links down in the description of this video. So if you'd like to go check out all of their different social media platforms, you can feel free to do so. And you can find that in the description of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you got some value out of this video, be sure to drop me a like, destroy that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.